Hello YouTube and welcome back to Twin Ring Motegi, site to race number 18 of the 2008 NRSL Hooters Series Championship, and alongside me once again is Stephen Paul III.
Hello, guys.
On the front row today will be Hunter Braxton in car number 9 trying to chase down the points lead of Kev Shear, and he'll start alongside Seth Cole, who's trying to get into the top 30 in points. Mary Shelley and Sam Young will make up row number 2, with Johnny Gardner, Bafode Sacco, row 3, Ace Rogers, Mike Trout in row 4, and Mohamed Zain Abdullah and Andrew Miller make up row number 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand over to Stephen for his thoughts and predictions.
So my predictions for the race, hopefully with no internet problems here. So we've had 4 races between the Hooters and the Cup Series here. Mary Shelley and Zachary Fitzwater have won 3 out of the 4 races, and both of them are in the field. The 7 car won here the first time, and then last year the 59 won, so Sheila Shear could have a good advantage. The guys who ran the Cup Series cars here last year, because it was original Cup, will definitely have an advantage. Our final row is Gittero and Oriel Pollard, and we're getting close to the chase time, so some of those advantages, like Seth Cole, he's trying to get into the top 30. He ran this race here last year in the 25 cars. He has the advantage, and we'll see how the 7 car also does today too.
Point standings coming into this one. Kev Shear holds the points lead by just 4 points over Sam Young. It is 25 back to Oriel Pollard, 32 back to Mohamed Zain Abdullah, and Paul Swanson is 60 points back. Let's go trackside for the command to start engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
Rest of the top 10 in points coming in are Hunter Braxton, Ace Rogers, JT Bryant, James Qualls, and Enzo Nareza. Only the top 6 can actually leave here as the points leader, and they are separated by just 61 points.
Yeah, and Sam Young's just fast in qualifying here. That's all he is.
Apparently we didn't get the last row to show up on the Nun camera angle. Nice. Onboards that we will carry, though, here today. We'll start off with the points leader, who will carry our Chevy onboard. Sorry, the Lowe's onboard. That is Kev Shear. Carrying the Chevy onboard will be Sam Young. I changed that in my head real quick. Yep. Mohamed Zain Abdullah will carry the Holiday Inn onboard camera. Paul Swanson, the Toyota onboard camera. Hunter Braxton, the Dodge onboard camera. Need a Ford. The 91, Steve Pollard will carry the Ford onboard camera as they get ready to go green, so we won't go back to there.
You want to know a funny thing before we go green, Charles?
Sure.
Sam Young won the pole in the Hooters Series here last year.
Oh, wow. Well, he didn't win it this time as the green flag is out for the Panasonic 300. What a start by Braxton, though.
I think he jumped Panasonic there for a while there. Good start by him. Seth Cole
able to get to the inside line for at least a moment. Here comes Sam Young in that 1 car.
Yeah, Seth is about 200 points out of the top 30, so he needs a good run to kind of catch.
Yeah, he needs a lot to happen there to try and get into the top 30. But that is definitely his goal as Sam Young clears for second. Here comes Bafode Sacco, that 21 car, making a move for that spot.
Last year, we saw a wreck in the Cup Series, but around lap 26 to 27 were pit stops, so can we make it to that point? But tire wear is definitely going to be a factor. We saw that in the duels earlier yesterday.
As Seth Cole still cannot get to the inside line, now loses a spot here to the 47. Bafode Sacco making a move for second down off turn number 2, but falls back in line.
Hunter's not in the Cup Series. I don't think he is.
No,
he's not. So he doesn't have. Sam Young was in the Cup race too. You think he won the duel, didn't he?
He won duel 2, yeah. Mike Trout up to 3rd. That puts Sacco back to 4th. Battle for 5th right now between Andrew Miller and Kev Shear.
Yeah, so Kev is coming down. He's trying to hold. He's had a rough few weeks, and there's Sam Young. One position is going to take the point for Sam Young if he can finish ahead of him.
Well, especially where they're running, because right now where they're running, those spots are worth 5 points per position.
Yeah, we haven't got to 1 yet, so here we go.
We might not ever do that, in all honesty. I kind of like the numerical system right now, just because it's also nice and easy to just copy over. As we've had a spin on the front straightaway, caution flag is out. John Irvin and Sheila Shear involved.
Yeah, 59 might not
or
repeat
appear to
that
be
way.
involved.
Yeah, it looks like one of those simple spins we saw in the duels, but we had no caution in that. Cautions in this one.
As field slows down, Hunter Braxton leads us underneath the first yellow. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. Taking a look at what happened coming off turn number 4, Cole Devers is going to make a little bit of contact here. It looks like with the 8.
And then,
Goes down into the 42, and Steve Pollard gets turned around out of all this, and that's what's going to bring out the caution.
Yep. Well, nice breaks by everybody. It's funny to get the guy that was no breaks, and there's Oreo there too, trying to get the points lead himself.
Yeah.
And then nice 360, still holding down a good old 30 something.
It's going to end up,
34th.
I think, about, I guess it is 34th. Yep. So he loses a couple spots out of that spin, though.
Did somebody spin behind him?
No.
No, I thought
They
did.
just
Oh,
were
that was
already
simple.
back there, so that's why they were farther behind. So with that, we'll go ahead and take you back to the restart or pit stops, whichever happens first. Getting ready to go back to racing here at the completion of lap 7. No drivers out of the race after that last incident. Granted, it was just a simple spin. Hunter Braxton is the race leader over Sam Young, Mike Trout, Bafode Sacco, Kev Shear, Rob Evans, JT Bryant, James Qualls, Andrew Miller, and Seth Cole, the top 10. Mary Shelley, Johnny Gardner, Ace Rogers, Sky Commons, Jesse James, Mohammed Zainadullah, Jerry Shelley, Marilyn Eskandari, Zachary Fitzwater, and Trevor Collins, the top 12.
Yep, so we're coming back. I mean, the tires are a little worn. This is the first caution of the weekend we've seen, so. Here we go.
Pace car is off, and we are back to racing. As you can tell, the leaders did not pit. I think there were some drivers towards the end of the field that did pit. Looks like just Carter Joey and Stephen Paul III, so we'll see if that comes to play.
It's going to be close because, like I said, they're 27 through 28. They pitted last time. That'd be like 35, 36, and that's too far to stretch it.
As Andrew Miller gets to the inside there, James Qualls. Qualls loses a couple spots, still stuck on that outside line now down the back straightaway into turn 3.
A little bit of fanning right there. Breast cancer awareness. Shout out to the 24 car right there. Awareness, obviously.
Yeah, the only scheme actually in this entire series that uses that is pink for breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, Chris Louvier kind of forgot. As 18 car coming down the inside here, Ace Rogers and Joe Gibbs motor oil car.
Yep, got to the inside there. Mary Shelley going to open the door there for Sky Commons to follow through as well. Seth Cole might try and make a move on the 60 as well. Not going to.
Hunter Braxton he's in a good position in the points, but, he doesn't have a win. So this win would help him secure to get into the chase because only the points leader is locked in, as we have a caution, it looks like.
Yeah, we do. A big wreck. I saw the two cars on pit lane as the incident happened on the front straightaway yet again. There was heavy damage to a pair of cars on pit lane, and, well, actually a couple weeks ago it would have had championship implications. I think it still does because one of these drivers is Oreo Pollard, so it does. Trevor Germain and Carter Joey were the two I saw. Actually, this does have implications because Carter Joey came into this race 31st in points.
Uh-oh, and he has a win too.
So that's not going to help. As the caution's out once again, we'll go back and show you what happened to bring out the caution for the second time here today. Taking a look at what happened, a little bit of teammate-friendly fire to get this one started. 90 makes a little bit of contact with the 91, then comes down into the 76, and apparently 76 was having none of it.
Oh no, there we go.
And up and over goes the 90. 27
2,
and
3,
33
4,
also had
5,
hits.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You want to count that? Actually, I was going to
14,
slow it down for you to count.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19. The Russian driver gets a +1. 20, 21, 22, 23, and a good solid 24.
As Oreo Pollard goes for a wild ride. Trevor Germain also collected, and Carter Joey.
Can we get it on board the 76, please?
We do not have an onboard with the 76.
So Charles just about killed my driver, so that's great.
And,
oh my god, non-safer barrier too.
Oh no, that's safer barrier, I think, on the inside.
Oreo Pollard's wondering like, man, the Oreos are crushed today.
It's a
So-
big impact there for the 90. We will
white
try and see if
tail-
there is any onboards, and then just goes over the 76.
Well, the white Oreos are turned black.
We will see if there is any onboards, and if not, we'll take you to
Ouch.
pit stops or the restart, whichever comes first. And the field would come down to pit lane underneath this caution, so lap 10 on to 11 for pit stops here for the race leaders.
Yep, nobody stays out as they're extracting Oreo out of the car as there's Robert Pollock's pit box.
As Braxton passes the pace car, so this ought to be interesting. We've seen them penalize drivers on the cup side for this.
Yeah, well, that might mean we need to slow down the pit road speed.
Or speed up the pace car, one or the other.
Yeah, well, the pace car driver is probably Robert Pollard, so.
Oh, trouble!
Oh,
Sam Young on pit lane has issues.
what the freak was that?
As
the
he
rush-
was coming out while Seth Cole was coming in.
Oh man, we didn't see this problem last year because the race went caution free in the Cup Series, but I guess.
And then
with
he
40
runs
cars,
right into the back of the 9.
Well, that's going to be a point killer right there.
So Sam Young runs into the back end of the 9 of Hunter Braxton on pit lane. And we'll have to see if he has to come back down pit lane or not to fix the damage.
Yeah, the 500 starts become the 50th start at this rate.
So with that, though, we'll take you back to the restart and recap if there's anything for Sam Young and Hunter Braxton. Ready to go back racing on lap 13. Out of the race after the last incident are Sam Young, Oriole Pollard, Trevor Germain, and Carter Joey. Oriole Pollard had to be taken to a local hospital. We'll have an update hopefully on his condition at some point. Mike Trout is the race leader over Sky Commons, Ace Rogers, Jesse James, Jerry Shelley, Quinton Moore, Enzo Nareza, Zachary Fitzwater, Dylan Young. Hunter Braxton with rear end damage is in 10th. Although actually it looks like they repaired that pretty well. Trevor Collins, Jessica Shelton, Bafode Sacco, Matt Dixon, Andrew Miller, JT Bryant, John Irvin, Brian James, Sheila Shear, and Johnny Gardner, the top 20.
They fixed that 9 pretty good.
Yeah, they did. As the green flag is back out for the 99 Napa Toyota.
Yeah, Trout trying to make the only playoffs he'll make the next 20 years probably, as here he comes in the lead here.
That's cold.
That was pretty cool.
That's
Only
As
certain people
Jessica,
get that joke.
actually, to be fair, I know what you're going for. And to be fair, they made the playoffs in 2014.
Wow, well, it's better than the Pirates, so.
As Jesse James now makes the move for third, and issues for the
oh.
99. He's having to come back to pit lane.
And the streak keeps alive. Everybody.
As
coming.
that gives Sky Commons a huge lead. The battle's now for second between the 18 and 57.
The 10 car is not have a win this year, so that would boost the grid up more.
Quinton Moore
89.
also on pit lane as well.
Yeah,
So
this is
apparently
the
the one
drink.
car that we thought was maybe going to have to come back to serve a penalty is one of the cars that didn't have to serve a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like somebody else over here is going to pay. Here's Jess. Jess is not having the same dominant season as last year, but she's had some good runs this year.
Enzo Nareza now to second. To be fair, she doesn't need to either because all she needs to do is just make sure she makes the chase, and then who knows what can happen there in those final 10 races.
Yep, we've seen that the hard way for some of these drivers. As the 40 car has not got plowed by the 91 yet, and they're up to second.
As now it's Sky Commons, Enzo Nareza, Jessica Shelton, Bafode Sacco, the top 4. Battles for 5th behind them between the 47 and 57.
Here comes JT Bryan, the Daytona 500 winner. Hasn't had much success besides that this year. Trying to
Not
come up
even in
here.
this series either. Nearly
Yeah.
contact though with the 57 of Jesse James off turn 4.
Yeah, the cars are sliding up the hill on the worn tires right there. They need to try to slow down a little bit entering the corner so they don't wreck each other.
As Ace Rogers now having to fend off from Sheila Shear. Remember, we saw her. She was back in 42nd at the time of that first caution.
And remember that this is the 59 car. I believe they brought the same car that won here last year, so that's definitely going to help
We
them
can
with the
neither
pace this
confirm
year.
nor deny that, but to be fair, I would probably have brought the same car. As I think the caution flag might be out.
Yeah.
Indeed it is. Possible issues for the 8 of Zach Flickinger.
What do you mean? It is possible. It is issues. The whole rear end's crunched.
Well, there were issues that we didn't know about prior. As Sky Commons leads underneath the caution, Mike Trout able to apparently stay on the lead lap, which is
Wow, that's a miracle.
that's
No,
impressive.
Hunter Braxton pitted. I don't know if we mentioned that.
You know what? He might have actually had that penalty. We just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Well, there's Braxton right there. First car 1 lap down. So with that, we'll take you back to show you what happened and bring you, for the third time today. Bring a caution for the third time today, I should say. Taking a look at what happened, turn 4 quickly becoming the trouble spot today. Seth Cole, Zach Flickinger, 2 drivers struggling in the points in the series this year. Oh.
And yeah, that was Seth had a little retaliation in one of the races earlier this year. So Seth, not being very popular, 2 straight DNQs in the Cup Series will do that to you.
So Zach Flickinger goes for a spin, heavy rear end damage to the Freightliner Chevy, and we'll take you back to the restart. Field has just been given the 1 to go signal as we'll get back to racing on lap 22. Sky Commons is the race leader. We had a little bit of pitch strategy underneath the caution. Jessica Shelton now is running second. Befode Sacco's third. JT Bryan is fourth. Andrew Miller is in fifth. Jesse James in sixth. Ace Rogers, Jerry Shelley, Brian James, and Trevor Collins are the top 10. Daniel Gideroke is in 11th. Zachary Fitzwater, James Qualls, Marilyn Eskandari, Mohammed Zainabdullah, Haley Lordergan, Johnny Gardner, Matt Hamill, Kev Shear, and Steve Pollard are the top 20.
Well, I'm surprised Mary Shelley's have a top 5 in this series this year. That's surprising.
And they are still fighting over space between the 2 and the 59, apparently.
Yeah, that's a black flag.
It's probably not going to go over well because what we're kind of guessing is that the 59 is supposed to be behind the 40, but either way, pace car is off, and we are back to racing in the Panasonic 300.
Yep, and Hunter's not too destroyed, so I think he might give Sky a little run for the money here.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. This was the dominant car of the first half of this race. Quinton Moore trying to battle with the 21. That car is definitely still up to speed. Ace Rogers, though, forcing the issue there on the 47.
Just like the Pokemon in 96, the Bright 89 got banned for Japan, so thank you, Japan. Here comes the Big Mama 32 car. Here they come.
Referring to the fact that the 32 is unsponsored.
It was a tribute, I believe, to their Todd Braun's mother or something like that. People in the comments section, do your Googles. Let me know.
As Ace Rogers now takes the 4th spot away from the 41. Jerry Shelley going to follow through as well. Here comes Braxton looking to get his lap back now.
I see somebody in the background. Fitzwater's trying to go 3 in a row at this track. Here he comes.
Well, no, 2 in a row.
I mean, in the last 2 combined races.
As Brian James trying to get a spot, or trying to get back to the inside line, going to lose a spot there to Eskandari.
Didn't Brian won a race somewhere. I believe it was on
Orlando.
Orlando, yeah.
Sky Commons now falls back a little bit, has lost the race lead to Bafode Sacco, now loses second there as well to the 17.
Yeah, Bafode Sacco, he DNF'd the first 3 or 4 races, and he's steadily moved his way up to the point. So good job by
And he's up to 19th coming into this one. I'm pretty sure it was the first 4 because he's got 4 DNFs. I don't think he's DNF'd since that streak.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to pull a Tony Stewart.
Yeah, seriously. Jess hasn't won since, I believe it was
she won earlier this year.
Yeah, 3 unit if I'm not mistaken.
It was 3 unit.
Yep.
Looking for the race lead though right now as they go into turn number 3, but also having to fend off from the 18 of Ace Rogers. A little bit of a brake check there through 3 and 4.
Yeah, Ace has not won in this series before, I'm going to say. I could be wrong.
He won earlier this year.
He did?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Infineon?
Nothing happened anyways in that race. That's why I forgot.
Yeah. He won at Infineon. As Bafode Sacco now has caught back up to the back bumper of the 9.
An RCR affiliate car, so doing pretty well. Jess is having some flashbacks with that.
That is an RCR car in the 21.
Yeah.
RCR affiliated.
Whoops. My bad. The O2 might be RCR affiliate. Who knows?
As
There's
Brian
somebody so
James now gets by the 41. That is for the 8th position. Here comes Kev Shear in the 5. Move him up to 9th.
Yeah, with Sam Young getting plowed and Oreo getting crushed, he's going to have a big points lead.
Well, and not to mention, Braxton's now also a lap down. The only other car that could catch him was the 29 of Zain Abdullah.
Now, can they all make it on fuel? Because those guys who pitted obviously didn't pit for nothing.
Right. Although, to be fair, do we know that they can make it for sure?
Yeah, that's true. Well, like
I would imagine that they could, but I don't see why you pit there if you can't make it to the end.
Well, the Cup cars definitely have different fuel mileage or different fuel than these cars, so it'll be interesting to see who can make it or not.
Zain Abdullah trying to make a move inside of the 32. This is the battle for 6th, as Kev's still on the outside line back there.
Going up the hill right there.
In fact, now it's 3 wide off turn 4. Contact, and around goes the 47.
Oh,
JT Bryant gets a piece of it.
Yep, this is not good. And, yep, I'm getting pushed, and I'm in the air. And nice job, Logan.
Lordigan just trying to get by it. Couldn't quite miss the 47.
Yeah, 49 missed the brake pedal by a mile there. And, yep, they took the caution.
Well, nope, some of them didn't. And Bafot Sacco's one of them, and he's going to lap the 9.
Yeah, he caught the 9 sleeping right there. The 9 thought he was under caution, and it wasn't. That was slick.
Oh, that's a heartbreak for Hunter Braxton.
Pay attention, Braxton.
As Bafot Sacco will pin the 9 1 lap down still, with now under 10 to go. Oh, God.
I kid you.
Oh,
Flickinger. 8 car. Oh, man. He died. Yeah, Flickinger, the bad, the ugly, and the awful.
89's got damage. Oh, jeez. Flickinger nearly ran into the 21.
If he ran into 21, then somebody's going to be pissed.
As let's go ahead and take a look back at what happened behind the 47. Well, we saw this part of it on the on camera as the 47 comes up into the 5 and just doesn't give Kev any room. That's all on the spotter there for the 47. JT Bryan gets a piece of it.
Yeah, Andrew might have saved it off the nose, but then JT and then Kev was just making out with the front end there, and then that's all what happened there.
But then coming back here, you see Quentin Moore hits the 33 into the 59. And there's where the contact from the 8 came from.
The 8 in that earlier wreck must have lost the rear brakes or something, because he starts hitting the brakes there, and yeah, that was never going to happen, Zach.
Zach Flickinger basically ending his day, I would imagine, there.
I've seen Stephen Paul III with better brakes than that.
I have too. So with that, though, let's go back to the restart, unless there are pit stops. And we are set to go back to racing here on what will be lap 34. So a 6-lap shootout here, barring any caution, as Bafot Sacco is the race leader and has a lap car in between him and second place, Jessica Shelton. Ace Rogers is 3rd, Sky Commons is 4th, Marilyn Eskandari is 5th, Mohammed Zainadullah, Jerry Shelley, Brian James, Mitchell Collins, and Trevor Collins are the top 10. Then it's James Qualls in 11th, JT Bryant, Johnny Gardner, Andrew Miller, Kev Shear, Jesse James, Seth Cole, Zachary Fitzwater, Haley Lordigan, and Mary Shelley, the top 20. The highest car that we believe has pit in terms of the running order is John Irvin in 24th.
It's going to be interesting.
We believe he can definitely make it. We're not too sure on the leaders making it.
Yes, and in 21, if he can't make it to Harper, because he's got the race made with Braxton behind him.
Well, assuming Braxton doesn't make a move on him to get his lap back.
Oh, I think Braxton's not going to be appreciating that move that he did on them coming back to the caution.
As the green flag is back out, we're underway once again.
Yep, and now let's see if Jess can get by the 9. Yep, there they go. Driver's left.
Yep, so Braxton gets out of the way there is what that looks like.
And now, the 17's going for the lead? Nope. What?
Yep, Shelton going for the race lead side by side off turn number 2.
Here comes the 18 car. The 52 doesn't have a win, so he needs to get one.
I think that's a she, but I'm not entirely sure.
Justly, can she make it on fuel? She's good to 3 and 4.
Jerry Shelley trying to make a move on the 52 now.
Yep, we might see a green-white checker too, the way they're racing.
Sky Commons looking to get inside of the 9, try and lap him.
Oh no.
As
Yep,
Braxton just moved the 21 car.
Not happy with that. I think the 9 was trying to. I don't know if the 21 agreed to give the 9 a lap back and then just said screw it or something. But Braxton not happy with the 21.
Something there happened between the 9 and the 21. As Sacco now trying to fend off for third. Not going to do so as Sky Common's going to get the third spot away from the 21 car.
What are the Japanese fighting rules? I don't know.
As 32 now makes the move there on the inside of the 21. You notice there on the results there, Zach Flickinger out of the race. I didn't mention that.
I mean, by the time you mentioned that, he's still plowing into the 89.
Oh, those are teammates there. 32 and the 10 nearly making contact into 3.
That's a teammate. Oh no, not again.
Brian James and the 21 nearly made contact off turn number 4.
You, Rick Allen.
3 laps to go as Cole Deaver. Oh, they've wrecked on the front straightaway. Caution flag flies, and we got a green-white checkered.
Can Braxton get back up? Nah, he's not going to have enough time.
I don't think so. Braxton's going to get locked into 36th place right now, the way it's looking.
Yeah, he's going to have to bonside. He's going to. Now, does anybody pit out of the caution like we saw in one of the truck races earlier we did?
As no issues there. Jessica Shelton leads us under the caution with 2 laps in regulation.
Oh my God!
And issues for Daniel Gitterick, John Irvin, and Paul Swanson.
F for Swanson.
So with that, let's take a look back at what happened to bring out the caution for the final time here today. Taking a look at what happened coming off turn number 4, yet again, Daniel Gitterick with issues coming off turn number 4.
Let me do my voodoo power. Do, and 2.
As right in front of the 20, Paul Swanson just nowhere to go. Somehow the 92 gets through that with no issues.
Oh, the 8 spout coming around. Oh, wait.
And not entirely sure what happened to the 42 there. Just slowed.
I have no words. Is Juan Paulo Montoya looking for the jet dryer or something?
I don't know. So that will bring out the caution for the last time today and send us to a green-white checkered. Let's go ahead and get you to the restart.
Yeah.
Field rolling through turns 3 and 4 as we get ready to go racing. 34 cars racing still. Daniel Gitterick will restart 33rd because the 03 is on pit lane. Jessica Shelton alongside Ace Rogers, row 1. Sky Commons, Brian James, row 2. And we are back to racing here at Twin Ring.
Yep.
Great restart there for the 32.
Sky Commons is getting a great push, and he's going to try to make it underneath Jess. Can't do it right
not
there.
Not quite able to do it yet, although the 17 not able to hold the bomb through 1 and 2. Might have gotten help from the 10 up the track.
Yeah.
Shelton, though, able to get the drive off turn number 2, but Commons is there going into 3.
Gotta make it to the. Please make it to the flag. As here comes the 32 car. They're not gonna make it.
21:02. They keep it going.
I don't know how, as we are. Yep,
Jerry Shelley now going for second on Jessica Shelton. 3 wide for the second spot. Here comes Zayn Abdullah.
This is gonna be. Oh, Jess washes up. Oh, they're gonna wreck right here.
17 up the track.
Nope, they saved it there. Zayn Abdullah is trying to get his 3rd win of the year. Can he do it?
But can he catch the 10 is going to be the question. Not going to be close enough yet. James Quall's going for the top 5 spot off turn number 4. But it's going to be Sky Commons who grabs his first win of the season in the Dollar General Toyota. He wins at Twin Ring.
And that's going to help him lock in. If they didn't wreck behind him, it's going to be a miracle.
They did not. Top 10 here today. Sky Commons, Muhammad Zayn Abdullah, Jerry Shelley, James Qualls, Ace Rogers, Jessica Shelton, Seth Cole, Matt Duncan, Bafode Sacco, and Andrew Miller. Miller, the top rookie there in 10th.
And he was involved in the crash early in the race.
Steven, your final thoughts on this one?
I can't believe they made it back. They were just going hard as hell. James Qualls, good recovery to 4th. That's going to help him out. 30th
Three-time
in the
winner
points.
this season,
Dixon
yeah.
was 20. Dixon was 22nd, so that's not good for them right there. Ace Rogers were the top 5. Jess fell back in that restart because the 10 was aggressive, but the 10 car was about 19th in points, right? 20th.
Try 21st.
Yeah, so that's going to help them. That's going to move another person to the top of the list down out of the chase. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Next week we're going to Lime Rock, and last year Lime Rock was insane. So definitely interested to see what's going to happen. Dylan Young fell back on the green white checker. Pollard was able to find a hood and come up to 24th, so it was good for them. We have about one more race here, about 60 laps in the Cup Series at the Land of the Rising Sun. So while we have the break for the next day, me and Charles are going to go buy some Panasonic TVs.
Yeah, yeah, or we'll just find a comic book store to raid or something. Who knows? Either way, congrats to Sky Commons on the win, his first of the season, and I don't know first in however long.
Sky
wait.
won his first Cup race in like 3 seasons.
Well, no, he didn't win last season. So hold on, how long was it for Sky Commons?
It's been a while. He has a tendency for this. Yeah, he won that year. It looks like.
Where is he at? There he is.
He's a 33.
Okay,
win.
so yeah, it's his first win since driving the 33 back in 2006. So.
Yeah, so last year Commons, he went from season 2 to season 5 without a win in the Cup Series. So Commons has a history of doing that.
Well, it didn't take him as long. Either way, congrats to Sky Commons on the win. I'd like to thank you guys. What?
Real quick, did the 10 car win last season?
Who was in the 10 car last season?
Good question.
It was a 3-time winner last season with rookie Max Anderson.
Oh. Go ahead.
So either way, congrats to Sky Commons on the win. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like on the video. Leave a comment down below. They both help the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content as well. I'm Gordon Fane 291 for Stephen Paul III. You've been watching production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys. Zach Flickinger is still looking for the breaks over there.